Welcome back, everyone, to the HNL Movement podcast. So we have a friend that we go way back and a lot of stories that we'll talk about today. And we have Pat Katahara, who's a physician assistant, so PAC, and we've worked together back, in the same group before. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, man. Like I was saying, the official cover story is I came here to look at the gym and got roped into this. So
yeah, when you came in, you walked in and there was everything set up and I was like, oh, we're going to do a podcast. But no, there's a lot of things that we've worked together with, I think. We saw a lot of similar patients. So pretty much before, this was a long time ago, we were part of the same organization and you were the head physician assistant at the orthopedic urgent care. So a lot of people that saw you ended up either doing rehab or physical therapy up in the clinic. And I always say it's great to have that collaborative discussion or just line of communication between professions. You seeing it when it first happens and what we're seeing, and then when they follow up with you, there's communication. So that always helps with the care of the overall athlete or the patient. But before we get into all of that, let's talk about, because I know you as, being a martial artist, jiu-jitsu, all of these other things, even training. There's been times that we've worked out or whatever, and then hearing my complaining to you and you complaining to me about what workouts we're doing. But there's a lot of overlap here. So let's get into your backstory. What was it like for you growing up? Sports, I know, was a big part. Jiu-jitsu was a big part. Explain kind of how you got into all the activities that you do today.
How I got into the activities, I really just do jiu-jitsu nowadays, man. That's kind of my lazy hobby activity. I started officially really training. We would always goof around in high school in people's backyards and box and grapple and whatnot. But I think first gym I ever trained at was Boss Rutin's gym in Los Angeles, where I was going up there for undergrad. Me and my younger brother started there. Trained there for a couple years, and I moved to Nebraska for PA school. Trained at a MMA gym, Lincoln MMA, over there for a couple years. Then moved back to Hawaii, and since then I think I took a year off where I was working quite a bit, but then started training at Gracie Technics in Kalihi.
Were you always into the grappling, or is that how it started, or more into everything?
We kind of just me and my younger brother started just doing MMA stuff, and we were just doing that basically. A lot of no-gi stuff, especially at Boss Rutin's gym. It wasn't really true Brazilian jiu-jitsu. A lot of it was just no-gi, a lot of kickboxing, MMA stuff. Yeah. But yeah, the jiu-jitsu I like now because it's kind of like a good old man sport. You can kind of get away with being out of shape and more so than other sports. Yeah.
More so than other sports.
Yeah.
No, but it definitely is a good workout, just in general. Yeah. How did this interest grow? Was it something more when you got into college that it was a hobby that you picked up, or was it even from high school?
Oh man, I think I always liked jiu-jitsu. I remember watching the first couple UFCs when I was a kid with my family, and I always liked jiu-jitsu. But I think I actually went to a seminar with Hoist Gracie, me and my two brothers and my dad when we were kids, and it was in a basketball arena or court or something back in the day. But I just never stuck with it. Did a bunch of different martial arts when I was a kid, but in college I just kind of got the itch to try it again, I think.
How old were you when you went to that seminar with Hoist Gracie?
Jeez, probably 10 years old maybe. I remember Sean Kemp was there. You remember the basketball player? Just randomly, Sean Kemp was there, and he was slam dunking while this thing was going on.
Participating in the seminar, or just there on the side?
It's a very fuzzy memory. But I think he was I want to say it was on a military base here or something, and I don't know if it was a meet and greet but Sean Kemp was there and he was doing windmill dunks on the side during the seminar. It was pretty cool.
Maybe they're good friends, Hoist Gracie and Sean Kemp.
Maybe.
Oh, that's crazy. So, because if you think about that, jiu-jitsu wasn't that popular when we were growing up. I don't know. I wasn't really into that much martial arts, but I think it's more of a recent thing, after 2000s.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, you kind of got exposed to it, right? And then you started training in college. What is the motivation? Did you always want to stick with it and kind of keep progressing? Was that the drive, or was it more stress relief or workout? Or
I think I was just looking for a fun workout to do. Like, you're just a college kid. You have tons of energy, and you want to like blow off some aggression and whatnot. I think that was it. I can't really recall. Yeah. Maybe too many hits to the head, man. I don't really remember. It's kind of fuzzy.
So everything's kind of fuzzy. Yeah. That's gonna be the theme. Yeah. So you have 2 younger brothers?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the age difference between you guys?
We're all 2 years apart.
2 years apart. Yeah. So as you started training in college, at these different gyms and stuff, who's the better grappler and mixed martial artist? By far. Yeah.
Smartest and best looking too.
Yeah. So you always got the better of them. Yeah. But it must be good to have people going through the same process with you. Probably around the same skill level, because you guys all start similar times, right? And all of that. So what have you think about, like, from the first time that you stepped into jiu-jitsu class? Or let's start there. What was it like starting out? Because a lot of people probably go through this same thing, when they start out martial arts for the first time. What was it like for you?
Jeez. I remember getting hurt a lot. Like, I would say, like, not this is like I'm some old timer or something, but it's like maybe 15 plus years ago. I just remember training was a little different now, or back then, than it is now. It was definitely a lot more aggro, especially at an MMA gym back then. So I mean, we were doing a lot of crazy stuff. We would boss routine would teach like things like I don't know, rib compressions and like things that felt like it was gonna like collapse your chest, and a lot of like catch wrestling, a lot of heel hooks. So they'd be teaching us like heel hooks on like the first day kind of thing. Pretty dangerous maneuvers that they usually don't do nowadays. But yeah, it was pretty rough. I remember like spraining my ankle because I got like thrown on the ground the first day. And like I remember breaking a couple ribs because like someone like picked me up and like slammed me on the ground maybe like a month or 2 in. So it was it was pretty rough. Yeah, a lot of big crazy dudes. There's a lot of like pro MMA fighters that would come through there. Like Kimbo Slice was back there back in the day. A lot of the Boss Rutan IFL guys. I remember getting to train with Mark Hominick back in the day. It was pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of like really tough dudes.
Yeah, that's crazy. So in the beginning, when you were in college, could you make pretty good amount of time for this, or was it more like just kind of going and seeing what it's about?
I probably would train a couple times a week, maybe at least 3 to 5 times a week. Yeah. But I was school full time, working usually 2 or 3 days a week.
Got it.
And then commuting because the gym was actually like 45 minutes away.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, we used to commute quite a while.
Got it. I've known you being into all of this MMA stuff, and then training in all of these different ways. Before that, did you play any other sports growing up?
Yeah, just a little bit of everything. Yeah. Soccer, football, baseball, some tennis. I'm trying to think. Yeah.
Everything kind of growing up like a local kid.
Yeah. Just
Did
local
you play
stuff.
in high school too?
No, I didn't really do anything in high school. Okay. Kind of goofed around too much.
But even just growing up, and playing it, you develop all these different skills, right? Yeah. And then you kind of develop things that probably help you in grappling and martial arts and all of that today.